Hi everyone, welcome to SlimChat. It's Tracy, and I weighed myself this morning finally. So I've got let's consider this my starting weight, and it's £0.5 less than it was last time. So I've lost £0.5 without even thinking about it. So that's cool. But last night, what did I have? Let me see. At lunchtime with Gary, before he went to work, I just had brunch because I didn't really have breakfast. So I had a brunch of a couple of sausages, bacon, egg and mushroom. And then in the evening, when I was a little bit hungry, I had 2 chicken legs. And that was it. Oh, and some strawberries. I know that I don't normally eat them until after induction finishes. But Gary had bought them for me and they were in the fridge. So I had those with a little bit of Alpro yogurt. So again, that I wouldn't really have that on an induction. So, but today, they've all gone now, so there'll be no more of that. But it was kind of nice to finish them off. I didn't really want them to get binned. Especially this time of year, they're not cheap. So this morning I had 1 egg, 2 bacon and a little bit of mushroom, which Gary just made for me. And I made mince last night. I'm going to make Gary a shepherd's pie. But obviously I'll take mine out first and have mine with veg, and he can have his with potato on top. But I'll just have veggies with some gravy, which there is gravy in it. But it's nice and low carb. So mine's a shepherd's pie without the pie. It's just a shepherd. I'm going to be eating a shepherd. So that's that. Still got more chicken legs in the fridge if I need to cook them at all. But hopefully that'll be enough for today. Fingers crossed. So I don't know about tomorrow. I'm not decided yet, but Gary's off tonight and tomorrow. Can't remember if he's off Monday at this moment in time. But so I've just been informed by Gary that I need to help him do the bedroom floor because he wasn't happy with the way it was done before, and he's going to redo a piece of it. So again, I'm going to be a builder's mate. So yeah, apart from the fact that I've got to go out and get that done later on this afternoon. But oh well. So doing well anyway. Diet's not going badly. I didn't get on and do a live stream the last couple of nights. I've not really felt good. I've just felt quite stressy, and I've got a feeling it might be like COVID related, like where I had COVID. And there's an awful lot of long COVID symptoms that people get. And the fact that I didn't suffer with that before, you know. I think during this lockdown or during this pandemic and various lockdowns throughout the last year, there's been an awful lot of niggly anxiety feelings anyway. But I mean that knotted anxious feeling you get when there's something wrong, only there's nothing wrong, so it's kind of a bit redundant. So that can just, you know, go away. I don't really like that at all. I'm not the sort of person that takes medication, so that won't be happening. It's freezing, absolutely freezing. Not particularly sunny either. But the birds are out in force this morning. Completely drained the bird feeder already. So I have to fill that up. Everything's hungry. I woke up starving. The cat was meowing like crazy. The birds are asking for food. Must be a hungry day. Everybody's got a hungry day. Oh well. Hopefully it'll well, the good thing about low carb foods is that they sustain you for longer. So, you know, you might start off hungry, but once you start eating, the feeling of being satisfied lasts a lot longer. It's one of the things I like about it. I hate it when you feel hungry and it hurts a little bit, you know. Don't usually get that with low carb. Sometimes you can feel hungry and you think, oh, do you know, I feel hungry. And then a little while later, it's gone completely, or you've got used to it. But it's not like when I'm doing a low-fat diet and I get hungry, it's like, I'm starving. And all I get is... That is an impersonation of my stomach. Not particularly good one, but there you go. So yeah, nice to have Gary home for a couple of days, and I'm hoping that I can persuade him to watch Coming to America 2 with me this evening, because that's on Prime. It's free at the moment, so definitely want to watch that. Mike watched it and said that it was brilliant, like watching the first one over again. So, and he's the biggest movie critic there is. If it's crap, he'll sell me. Or even if I think something's good and he doesn't, you know, if there's something wrong with the movie, he finds it. But he said it's really good. So, you know, because Gary was a bit concerned that it won't be like the first one. It'll probably not be as good, but apparently it is. So hopefully we'll get to watch that either tonight or tomorrow during this bit of time he's got off. But we've been watching Homeland, the new season. And of course there's Stella, so we do have lots to catch up on. When he's working, we don't really get to watch much. Although we did watch one episode of Homeland yesterday. I like to keep up a little bit, because otherwise, by the time you get to start watching it, when it's off, you've forgotten what's happening. Well, I do. Never used to. Do you remember the days when you had to wait a week for an episode of everything? You know, everything, unless you bought box sets. But there was a time even when they didn't exist. So, you know, you just had to wait a week. How did we get on? Must have forgotten so much about programs. In fact, I can actually say that for sure, because some time ago there was a program made that I really loved, and it's called Life on Mars. They made another one called Ashes to Ashes. Obviously they've got Bowie's music going through them, but it's what it is. If you haven't seen it, or if you ever see it on BritBox or whatever, it's worth a watch, because it is so nostalgic for me. But it's this guy called Sam, who's a DCI. He gets knocked down by a car. This is all in the credits, so it's not like I'm telling you anything that is untoward. So he gets knocked down. He's a police officer, obviously, and he's working on a big case, and he's just getting in his car and he gets taken out. So he is, we believe, in a coma. But he's woken up in 1973. So he's suddenly arrived in like another world, because you see, from modern day policing, 1973 is a bit of a culture shock. You know, sexism was rife, you know, there was racism, there's football hooligans, there's, you know, police beating up suspects, no basic rights, you know. So he's kind of woke up in this crazy land of 1973 and is trying to get back home again, and it's actually really good. So in the first one, it's basically just him and his boss and a couple of other guys. But as in the second one, when it gets to Ashes to Ashes, Keely Hawes is in it, and it's really good. So yeah, I'm rewatching it, and because it was so long ago that it was on TV, I'm watching it thinking, I don't remember this. I don't remember this. And obviously there's bits of the story that I do remember and that stick in your mind. But there's an awful lot of the kind of everyday thing that I've totally forgotten. So I can watch it because it's like watching something new that's vaguely familiar, but, you know. And what's brilliant about it is the nostalgia, is, you know, watching the fashions and the music and the cars, you know, the way pubs were, all that sort of stuff back from the 70s. It's just like, and that was the time, I shouldn't have been, but that was the time when I did start going into pubs. I was too young, but you know, I looked older, and my mum ran one, so yeah, I kind of had an excuse as well. So yeah, it's watching that. That's what I'm watching on my own when Gary's at work. But obviously I need to not watch too much, otherwise I kind of get a bit bogged down with all the different things I'm watching. And plus I've got so much that I normally do for my channel that, you know, I don't really get that many opportunities to sit down and watch it. But last night and the night before I was really not up for getting on and doing a live stream, because I just didn't feel absolutely good in myself. So yeah, I'm enjoying watching that again. So if you ever get a chance to see it, Life on Mars is first, Ashes to Ashes is second. But in the Ashes to Ashes they get the Audi Quattro, and you know that becomes one of the stars of the show. So yeah, if you remember watching that, let me know. So I'm going to get off. I'm going to upload the video because I've got so much to do. I've got to help Gary before I even go out, and that proves to be a pretty heavy job. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you later on. If I can, I'll do a live stream later, but you know, Gary's off for the next couple of nights, so just play it by ear. But bye for now, everyone. See you soon.